Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And they're able to get him down.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
He's got his man. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back, working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. And the 45 on its way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
He'll bring it out. It's Kirk. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. A strike downfield. Boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wide out. Got his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Gives it to the back on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous.
Time to take a shot. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw it. Looking deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to throw on second down. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Got a lot of running room. Creates a little space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And guys, the defense's head might be spinning a little bit after giving up that. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Florida Atlantic was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Boca. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now they're set up to fail.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. On the option. Now the toss. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, going to the air. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points. This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all...
Touchdown, Bulldogs! Hold it in and just
defense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Kirk. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Moving past the 25. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Mississippi State 21, Georgia 10.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little extra time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. At the 35, he's open. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the try is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
Mississippi State 21, Georgia 10.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Rob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
Let's go!
On the ground with the counter. Still on his feet at the 45. Running toward the tape. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
This offense has a second down play. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
That's so frustrating. I got you in the perfect situation. I get you in 3rd and long, more predictable. I know it's going to be a pass, and then Houdini pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes something happen, scrambles around, gets the first down. Goodness gracious, this guy is so good.
To the air on 1st down. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And there's not a defensive coordinator in America that on 3rd and 10 is not thinking about pass. You bring in your pass packages, rush the passer. How about this offense? Run the football right at you for the big gain, pick up the first down, catching this defense off guard.
Corners are going to bail. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt, when your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Illinois went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Illini ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they trailed 35-17. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Shakes off the tackler. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now on second down. They go to the draw. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's going to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Mississippi State right back to the line.
691, Gators score. Razor.
Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Power football with the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. He now has 79 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Mississippi State! What a grab and go for the score.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll give it to the back. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
42 Spider.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Offense set on first down. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Mississippi State 42, Georgia 17.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They believe in that running game, got 6 before. The 23.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He wants to throw it again. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Georgia.
Lining up for the PAT.
With the carry.
Splits the uprights. An 84-yard drive there. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. So they got the score. The lead is still 18 as they prepare to kick off. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Got it set up on the outside. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll pull it down, and he'll slide after picking up the 1st down.
Down, Bulldogs.
Ready up.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
Black 24. Black 25.
Going up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. TCU escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Horned Frog fans could have done without this one being so close. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down.
Easy.
Looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pulls it in. Strikes the blow. And they had to work to stop this senior, and he comes up with a big play. Georgia going up tempo.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like, and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. This is a 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in inside the 10. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 3rd down try for the offense.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Stokes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Georgia, 31.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. He's going for the big play. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. A 1st down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia!
Touchdown, Georgia. Number 11. Hauls it in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big. You've forced a 3rd down. One more big stop. Now I can get them to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
And I tell you what, if you told them they were going to be 3 for 3 now on 4th downs, they'd have said, yes, please, and that's why they're winning the game right now. You get an extra down so often, you have so much success. This offense is cooking, especially on 4th down.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And the defense registers their first sack, and they're bringing pressure from the 2nd level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offensive line, and they did it there. They'll try to power their way ahead.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mississippi State! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Nebraska went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Here's a throw downfield late. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Bunch formation for these receivers. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quarterback adapted. Unleashes one. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On the option. Now the toss. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defense.